In today's episode, I'm going to help you to take the lid off and begin to dream like you were meant to. Let's go get that nugget of inspiration. Welcome to Life Mastery for Women. I'm your host, Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Join me here 3 times a week for empowering conversations, powerful tools, and techniques to help you experience more joy, healing, and deeper connections in your life. Get ready, ladies. It's time to get that nugget of inspiration towards your transformation. Life is hard, but your personal growth doesn't have to be. Hey ladies, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to today's episode where I hope I am finding you dreaming completely. And if you're not dreaming completely, then it is my intention that in today's episode, I give you just one nugget of inspiration towards my transformation. I know that there are some of you out there right now going, dude, I hate this topic. I hate thinking big. I hate dreaming. It's like anchor me in the physical world. Stop making me think outside my box. You've heard me say before several times the analogy of being in a barrel. Here you are, you're born, you're added to this barrel along with millions of other people. And you're in the barrel and yep, it's dark and it's damp and it's small and you can't stretch your legs. You've never seen the sun. You can't see from the mountaintop. You can't visualize because you've never been there, right? Because you're in this barrel. And that's just life. Right? That's what you've been taught. That's what everyone says. Oh yeah, no, this is life. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just be in this barrel. This is what you've been born into. This is your family. This is your financial state. These are your relationships. You're going to get divorced just like your family. You're going to be poor just like your family. And I go, you know what? That is a big, absolute, huge, giant neon sign that screams bullshit. Bullshit. Because you were meant to live a life. Not just get by. You were meant to live a life of greatness. And you get to design what that greatness means. Now, the last episode, yesterday's episode, was living life by design. This is one of my favorite topics. And I know you are out there going, listen, on every single episode, you say it's your favorite topic. I'm like, this is, I stand back and I've had people tell me, I grew up in a small town. I was born in Detroit, Michigan. We moved to a very small town. I graduated with 42 kids. And it was a farm. It was a Catholic farm town where everybody was related to each other. And everybody stayed married for 1,000 years. And they had 25 kids. Now, my mom was divorced. And so already there's, 1 foot in the opposite, 1 foot in the ridicule arena, if you will. I'm a fire engine redhead. Now my hair's not as red as it used to be, and I've got a troublemaking brother. And I'm like, okay, so I had the target on my back, right? And oh yeah, by the way, I'm a growing lesbian. Fantastic, you say. That is a great way to start out your life as halfway through my first grade year into a Catholic farm community. And to say the least, I guess, I would say we didn't really belong. But you know what? You make do with what you got and you just endure. And I did. It was a tough, childhood was tough. But somewhere in there, the flame was lit. That I knew that I was meant for something. And I held on to that flame. And I tried to just keep going back to it. But I did not have any resources. I didn't have any skills or talents or tools. I wasn't a prodigy in any way. I was mediocre as far as my grades went. I was mediocre in sports, and I was mediocre over here, and I was mediocre over there. But something was just inside me that says, you know what? No, I'm not going to believe that this is my barrel and this is all there is, even though 100% of the people around me believe that. Oh, my dad's this is not true, but as an example. Oh, my dad's an alcoholic. I'll be an alcoholic too. Oh, my family smokes. I'll smoke too. Oh, my family's divorced. I'll probably get married and get divorced too. And they just kind of took on whatever was around them. Oh, my family's Catholic, so I'll be Catholic. And I'm going to have 15 kids because I have 15 brothers and sisters. And I go, is that what you want? And they go, doesn't matter what I want. This is my life. And I never believed that. And I don't want you to believe that. We are now in a state, in a day and age that is so freaking amazing that education and knowledge and meditation is sweeping the nation, where it's not this taboo thing for only the Buddhists that live in the Tibetan temple. This is for you. It is here. It's getting bigger. The wave is getting stronger. It is sweeping the nation. And I want you to get on the bandwagon, because you know what it's going to do? It's going to help you to uncover what you are really meant to do. It's going to help you uncover the life you are really meant to live. And you might be listening to this episode going, you know what, Jen, that's bullshit. And I go, that's your belief. Because you can look around you and you can live the norm and you can live what everyone else is doing. And you can live in your barrel and keep your lid tight and never see the light of day, never seeing the moon shine, never see the quarter moon right next to Venus. It's just one of my favorite sites. Never climb the mountain, never accomplish anything, never finish the degree, never have the happy marriage, never have the solid relationships with your kids, never have the healthy body, never have the big income or the travel or the life that you really do dream of. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about dreaming. Now, some of you are not big vision thinkers, and that's okay. I took a test when I went to Miami. Before I went to Miami, one of the pre-work things that we're supposed to do, filling out, different parts of the workbook, she called the playbook, and we're supposed to take these tests. And one of them is called Wealth Dynamics, and I totally recommend anybody takes it. Anybody takes it, because if you want to design your life, you have to understand who you are, because when you design, you come from the inside out. So in order to understand and really kind of harness the power that's within you to align completely with who you are and how you work and the things that are interesting to you, and to tap into your skills and strengths and talents, you have to understand who you are, how you think about things, why you think about things, challenging every single limiting belief that comes across your mind that says, oh, that's not possible because blah, blah, blah. Because my mom wasn't blah, blah, blah. Because my family comes from poverty. Because nobody got a degree in life, right? That's your choice. That's kind of the fun thing about free will, is that you can do anything you want. You can keep yourself mediocre, or you can go after your dreams. And if you're still listening to this, that means you want to go after it. So here's what you do. So picture yourself in the barrel. Picture yourself in there. That's your life right now. These are the norms. These are the things that society says that you have to do. You have to do as a woman. You have to do as a parent. You have to do as a wife. You have to do as a whatever career you have. And I go, those are the rules that society and our culture have put on you. And then I ask you, do you want to live by those rules? Some of those rules keep you safe, right? Some of those rules keep you within a scope that feels good to you. So understanding who you are and what you like is such a great way to begin the journey. And beginning the journey inward is going to help you change the outward instead of the other way around. Go inward first to change the outward. So understanding first that you're in a barrel, and then go, okay, you know what? I'm going to decide to take the lid off the barrel. I just want to see what's out there. And I go, okay, let's pop the barrel off, and I want you to stand up. So in the standing up, you are going to just stand in your place and go, what do I see in my life? What kind of parent am I? What kind of woman am I? And if you're a man listening to this episode, what kind of man am I? And just all you're doing is taking like a life assessment. What am I doing in my life? Who am I? How do I identify? I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I'm a teacher, I'm a nurse, okay? Or I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a mom, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter. I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a father. What are your identifying factors? How do you identify? So now we're just looking around our life and going, who am I? What is my life like? This is the money I make. This is the career I have. This is the role that I play in my life. These are the relationships that are in my immediate life. And we're just assessing. You're just standing up, stretching your legs, looking around. Okay, you're just taking it in. That's it. I would recommend journaling this. What are the things that are showing up? Well, I've got this mediocre life. I've got this mediocre relationship. I've got, an estranged relationship with my family or a pretty decent relationship with my wife or my spouse. I've got a mediocre job. I don't make enough money. I drive this kind of a car. I live in this kind of a house. And what have I built for myself? Okay. Just assess. That's it. Being curious, just looking around and assessing your current state. This is your baseline. Now taking your baseline, now we're going to get out of the barrel and you're going to start walking around. And as you look around you in this field, you're going to see all these different areas of your life that you want to improve. I want you to just look around you as you stand in this field. There's my relationship, there's my physical health, there's my emotional health, there's my career, there's my bank account, there's my passionate, my intimate relationships, there's my house, there's the area, there's the things I do, my activities. And you're just going to now look around. Of all of those that you're looking around and you're seeing, which ones do you gravitate towards? What is the one that's keeping you up at night? What is that one? I want you to walk towards that one. I want you in your mind to walk towards whatever that is. My relationship needs attention. My physical body needs attention. My bank account needs attention. Which one do you go towards? Make a note of that. Make a mental note. And I would suspect that making a mental note as you look at whatever one you're going to walk to, whichever one goes, yeah, I need to go check my finances. That one is probably the lowest on the scale. If you had to rate all these different areas, that one's probably the lowest. That's the one that you're really wanting to level up. And then I go, okay, now whatever one you walk towards, I want you to answer the beliefs that you have around that subject. So if you look at your finances, I want you to ask, why are my finances like this? What's stopping me from increasing my finances? And I want you to write all those down. Well, my boss doesn't pay me enough, the economy, blah, 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 the government, blah, 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 my education, blah, blah, blah. I want you to write down all of those beliefs. And then when you look at those beliefs on that piece of paper, there might be 20 or 30 of them. When you look at those beliefs, every single one of those could be something that's holding you back. And my specialty is to help you release those beliefs. So if you say the economy is just a thought. The economy is something that collectively we gather as a community, as a culture, as a people. And we create this economy based on our energy and our beliefs. We think the economy goes up and down, so therefore it goes up and down. It is just the way that we move energy collectively as a human race. That might be a little bit over your head, and it's okay, but that's how we do things, okay? That's how life works, how the economy works. It's not just one person, it's us as a collective energy. But your specific economy can change based on you and your beliefs. You can change your experience with that. Because in a good economy, there are people getting rich. In a bad economy, there are people getting rich. And you just have to look around and see it. And you're like, well, wait a minute. Like, why is that happening? Because their belief about money and the world and the economy and how energy works is different than what you believe, let's say, as an example. So now as you look at this and you see these beliefs, you go, okay, which one of these beliefs is the biggest one that's holding me back? And I want you to ask yourself, is that belief really true? And if you are solid in that belief and that's the one that's holding you back, then please reach out to me via email and tell me you want to work with me directly so we can uncover and release that belief and bring in something more empowering. Because as we bring in something more empowering, we start to move our lives in a much richer way. And I don't necessarily mean rich as in money, but richer as in enrichment, as in feeling this wholeness and empowerment. I want to put you back in the driver's seat of your life. And I want you to challenge that belief. And I want you to look at it and go, you know what? Maybe she's right. Because there are going to be many people who share your belief, and that's okay, right? It's okay. And you probably got it from somebody else. You got it from your boss. You got it. Somebody somewhere on the subway said, yeah, the economy is really bad, so don't expect a raise in your job anytime soon. Okay? So you adopted. You said, oh, yeah, that could be true. And then you adopted it, and then it reconfirmed itself out in the physical world because based on your belief. Do you know what harmony is? I'm reading this big, giant book. I should tell you the name of it because now it's the second time I've mentioned it, but it's like Consciously Live Your Life. And it's really a great book. It's very, very deep, and it's really a great book. But when I was reading it, he talks a lot about harmony. But the definition that I am like recognizing is if you think of, let's say, it's like matching energy and energy. So like, I need to come up with a really good analogy here and I don't have one, but harmony is that within equals without. So like I've said 1,000 times in all my episodes, if I'm a 4 collectively in my energy, then the outside world is also a 4. So in order to balance and to find deeper, richer meaning to life, I need to raise my inner energy. If I collectively over time raise my energy to an 8, the world outside of me also becomes an 8. That's harmony. It balances itself out. So whatever is going on inside is the same as going on outside. So if you take somebody, you're having a beautiful day, it's amazing, it's sunny, it's wonderful, and you go out and you're like, oh my God, what a beautiful day. Someone else might say, yeah, that's a beautiful day, because they have the same richness. They have the same perspective. But then you might also find somebody like, oh God, this day is terrible and horrible, and I hate life, and I hate my kids and traffic and dogs and bird poop, right? Well, their inside is matching their outside. So we're looking at the same environment and going, really? I kind of see it as a nice day. So in your barrel, and you take the lid off and you start looking around, whatever is inside of you is the same as outside of you. So what I'm wanting to do here with today's episode is to help you to just look at your life without reservation. I want you to look at your life without adding the buts on the other end and going, yeah, you know what? The economy might be bad, but there are people making money out there. I want to be one of those people. Yeah, here's what I said years ago. I was in this relationship. This is the 4-year relationship that should have lasted a weekend. And I was stupid enough to stay in this relationship for 4 years. And at the end of that relationship, before I really started my personal development journey, as I said, you know what? Screw this. I am meant for a loving, supportive, understanding, enriched relationship with somebody. People are out there all over the world having amazing relationships. And here's the best part. I want to be one of those people. And that's when my life changed. As soon as I made that declaration, as soon as I said out loud to myself, I want that, that helps you to move the energy. It's like pushing a boulder out of the way. It's like you were standing on this sand hill. We have a lot of sand dunes around us. I live in northern Michigan, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And we have the Sleeping Bear Dunes. And so I'm picturing this dune with this giant round boulder, and I'm pushing this boulder up the hills. I'm trying to make my life work. I'm trying to make money and make a business and improve my relationships and improve my health. And I'm pushing this boulder up a hill, and I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, this is hard. This is hard work, and it's hot out here, and the sand is hot, right? And what I'm asking you to do, watch this, is I want you, as you're holding that boulder, is I want you to kind of move your body to the side of the boulder. And then I want you to turn and watch, and you let go, and you watch that boulder roll down the hill easily, effortlessly, and down into the water. The huge splash. That is removing your block, is releasing all of the rules that have been put on you that you're not a dreamer, that you're just a doer like the rest of us. You've just been dealt this hand. You're just going to have to make the best of it. I want you to watch that boulder roll down the hill and go, you know what? I'm going to do something different. And then I want you to turn around on that sand dune. And I want you to sit and look out over this massive body of water. And I want you to see the blue sky, and I want you to see the freedom of the seagulls, and I want you to see the little clouds and maybe the fairies on the water. And I want you to go, I'm changing my life, and I'm changing it today. I want you to make that declaration. I want you to say out loud, I'm going to dare to dream because I deserve it. I deserve to have deep connections with my spouse or my children or my extended family or just my friends. I deserve the riches that life has to offer me. I deserve a career that I'm in love with. I deserve a body that feels amazing to be in. Because as soon as you can make a declaration that says, I deserve this and I'm going to go get it, life will start changing. The universe will start coming to your assistance. The universe will start opening up. It's like the earth will open up and life will sprout. Mother Earth is going to come to your aid. And okay, she's asking for a career she loves. Let's show her some opportunities. And then from there, I want you to take the journey and go inward. And I want you to learn about yourself. What do I like? If I take my day and I take my day in life as a snapshot and I go, what are the things in my life that bring me joy? And then I want you to do more of that. I want you to do more of the things that bring you joy. And I want you to continue to look at your life and value each aspect, because every single aspect of your life has something to teach you. There's wisdom in everything that we do and everything that we say, everything that we feel. And as that happens, I want you to make a mental note about what's going on, what do you love, what feels good, what do you value, because that, my friends, starts to uncover the treasure map that is you, that is tucked away deep inside, that is buried behind the smoke screen of our culture and our rules and our society that tells you how to be. Remember, we live in a world full of salmon. And salmon swim upstream, they lay their eggs, and shortly after they die. Now, I'm telling you, I don't want you to live like a salmon. I want you to live like a rainbow trout. I want you to jump through the waters and catch your food in the air just because it's fun. And I want you to swim fast. And I want you to go anywhere in the ocean or anywhere in the lake that you want to go. I want you to do anything. I want you to expand further than that barrel. So if you will, just for today, take the lid off. Look at your life. Which area of your life do you gravitate towards? And as you gravitate towards that area of your life, ask yourself, how can I make this part of my life better, richer, more vibrant? What can I do? And then I want you to make a declaration about that area of your life, simply because you deserve it. And simply because you choose to. If this is something that is interesting to you, if this is something that seems valuable to you, send me an email, themeditationroomtc@gmail.com, and say, hey, you know what, Jen? I want to have a conversation with you because I want to make this part of my life better. And then in jest, I want to make the rest of my life great. I hope to hear from you, and I hope to have a conversation with you to see how I best can support you in this journey. Thanks for listening. And if you enjoyed this episode, I would love for you to like, subscribe, and leave a comment as to how this has inspired you. If you're interested in learning about our Lady Leaders Retreat and to join a community of women who connect, heal, and create a life that is full of joy, inspiration, and empowerment, then send me an email at themeditationroomtc@gmail.com. Subject line, let's talk. And I will set up a time for us to have a conversation. And in the meantime, keep going, growing, and transforming, and keep looking for those nuggets of inspiration.